Hey, it's your favorite YouTube guy, Chris Palmer, and I ain't been on here for a little while because I've been trying to think of a good video to do. And then I seen the 2,000 page bill that is trying to go through Congress. And it just boggles my mind because Nancy Pelosi is still holding up this bill. I mean, how she and the Democrats put so much foreign aid into the bill that President Trump would not sign it because he is American first, and he wanted we the people to have more than $600 for aid. I mean, he wanted us to have $2,000, but with all the foreign aid, you could not trim enough to get $2,000 for the people. The Democrats knew that President Trump would not pass this bill, the 2,000 page bill, when uh, when it gave more funding to the Egyptian army, Cambodia, and all the other shit that was put in this bill. That way it looks like President Trump is holding up the bill instead of Pelosi holding up the bill. She is one of the she is she is the one that is still holding up the bill by putting all that foreign aid into all the other countries uh, that we shouldn't have to bail out. So that's a little trick that the Democrats are trying to play with this bill. And anyone with common sense uh, can tell that it's just a ruse to make America think that President Trump is stalling the bill when it's actually still the Democrats stalling the bill. I would have vetoed the bill too, because if we can't give aid to all the if we can give aid to all these other countries, we can give it to American people first, instead of all the other countries. We need to take care of our own people first, then whatever's left over can go to foreign aid, and they can fight over the leftover scraps. That's what I believe, and that's where President Trump, and that's the way he believes too. He wants America first, and for us to benefit off this bill. But the Democrats seen it as a way to put a bunch of stuff that they wanted to get passed into this bill. I mean, 2,000 pages is what the bill is. I mean, they literally rolled it in on a cart because it was so big that people could not carry this damn thing in. I mean, it's outrageous at how big this bill is. There should never be a bill that's 2,000 pages. We should not have to give the Egyptian army money. I mean, they look at all the sarcophaguses and all the stuff, the ancient stuff that they found, gold and shit like that. They have that money. They can use it. Tourists go to Egypt all the time to see the pyramids and stuff. They need to use that. If they can't budget their money any better than that, why in the hell should we, as America, have to bail them out of a situation that they should have never been in to begin with? I mean, it's just a bunch of crap that's in this bill. In Cambodia, they've been fighting over forever. I mean, and why we should help them is beyond me. I mean, when President Trump says America first, he means he wants the money to go to us. We the people is who he wants the money to go to. And the Democrats trying to play this little trick of, oh yeah, here's the bill. This will get the people money. And $600, really? Not even half of what we got last time? and they try to say they care for the people. They don't give a crap about none of the people that's uh, on unemployment or any of that stuff. They're still getting paid to be sitting up there on the hill doing this. They get paid whether they're in or they're out or on vacation. And we, the people, need to realize that they don't give a crap about anything that has to do with us. All they want is what is good for their agenda. I mean, even the Democrats on the Hill, or the Republicans on the Hill, wouldn't get behind this damn bill because they knew $600 ain't gonna help. And if I was President Trump, I would not sign that bill. I would shut the government down and everything. And until I got that $2,000 for the American people. And Trump's not being angry about stuff. He's trying to run it like a business. And who do you take care of first when you run your business? You take care of your employees, so they're loyal employees. You don't go and give the company that's competing against you money to their employees. What? That just don't make sense. It ain't even a good business ideal. I mean, it's crazy. And and on this, I'm gonna get a little bit off the subject. All our prayers go out to the people over in Nashville and the bombing and stuff, and we hope everything gets back good with them. But as it goes on the bill and Nancy Pelosi, all she did is it's like a tennis match between her and Donald Trump. She sat there and said on camera that she was stalling that bill until Joe Biden got in office. So instead of so she swapped it and made this 2,000-page bill. Her and her caucus made this 2,000-page bill and sent it to President Trump to see if he would sign it, and then he probably had 50 other people helping him read the damn thing, and then he's seen $600 for America, but 1.5 for million for Egypt's army. No. I mean, shit, we already help defend all the other countries in the world. I mean, hell, if that's not good enough, I don't know what in the world they want. You know, if they need help defending it, then pay their money to the UN like they're supposed to out of their GOP. Pay that goddamn money so that the UN can defend them like it's supposed to. That's what it is. All the countries come together, and if you attack one, then you attack all of them, and they all come after you. But when we're paying 4%, when we're only supposed to be paying 2 point something, and everybody else is paying 1 point or 0.8 or whatever it might be, then they're fucking up the whole situation. I mean, there's no sense in us going more in debt to help other people out, even when we're going and helping them anyway. We're helping them by putting ships through these shipping lanes and stuff. So Iran knows that it can't get away with blockading the Adrian or the Strait of I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head. Strait of Aden or something like that. And we go through the South China Sea for Freedom of Navigation Acts to show that China's not going to rule that part of the thing and not going to cut other countries off from what they deserve. I mean, we do so much, and yet Nancy Pelosi wants to play political tricks and try to get Trump into a battle. And President Trump, I believe that he's still going to be president next year because I believe our national security advisor has found fraud in this election and found foreign influence in this election. Therefore, the executive order Trump wrote in 2018 if there's any foreign influence in this election. And if they found some, like what our national security advisor has said, then that will negate all those votes that come in that it was dead people and all this other crap and stuff. And I believe by then, when they truly find out what's going on, then it'll be President Trump again. That's what my thoughts are on the situation. And I'm sick of Congress trying to turn everybody against Trump by writing out a damn 2,000-page report. Do you realize how long it would take to go over all the fine points of these laws? They did that. That's called stacking the bill. You stack it with everything that you want to get passed through, and then you put, at the end of it, you put what the president actually wants for the people. And you put it way lower than what he wants it. And then you say, well, he won't sign it because, he's not looking out for the American people. When they're the one playing the game with the American people's lives. They'd rather play that game than to go ahead and do the $2,000 stimulus check, cut out aid, cut out the $0.5 million, $500,000, cut half of it off from Egypt, where they're wanting it to the army, cut some more off from the other, and then give the Americans $2,000. When it should be America first. Nancy Pelosi wants it to be every other state first, because she wants it to be a socialist regime. She wants it for everybody except for her and the rich, the elite. She wants them to rule the country. That's what she wants. And time after time, she's proven this by stopping bills that go through. And, it's just crazy. And to sum it up, that bill is just a back to Trump, serving it back to Trump, saying, okay, here, we agreed to give the American people a bone. Here, you sign it now. And Trump's not going to go for it. He's looking out for his people, the American people. And Joe Biden, he's not looking out for nobody but himself. Hell, he can barely walk. His dog made him break his own ankle because he's so damn old. And that's why I think that on the 6th, the Electoral College will go in there, and there will be objections to it. It'll be a dual electoral college. And we've had this several times before in the history of the United States. And that's what's going to happen. And then at the end, after the smoke clears and everything's said and done, I think Donald Trump is still going to be our president. And they're going to go ahead and on the 20th and swear him in. And Biden is going to lose on that. You can't come and tell people you're going to take their guns and have mandatory buybacks, because that's just a nice way of saying we're confiscating your guns. And that's not going to work with the American people. I mean, for all I know, that bombing in Nashville could have something to do with that. I mean, people ain't going to sit there and let you take away their guns. If they're going to do that, then they should have Joe Biden coming to your house and Kamala Harris and have no Secret Service and come take your guns. That's who should go do it. The guy with the ideal of it should be the one that goes and does it. Don't put our police officers in danger of doing it. Don't put our government agencies in danger of doing it. Nut up and come take them yourself. And I think you'll realize that it's not as clear cut as what you think it might be. I mean, that's how I'm going to wrap it up. And the Republicans it's not going to be a nice, peaceful thing if they keep going and trying to push and take stuff from us, take our rights from us. And we're proud Americans, and we fight for those rights. And we've always fought for those rights. I mean, we won wars that, on paper, we should have been beat in just a few days. And we'll continue to fight that fight for our freedoms until the day we die, because that's what makes us Americans. And that's what will continue to happen. And I'm gonna leave yous all to think about that. And I'm gonna do another story. I'm trying to dig into stuff about the bombing over in Nashville, because something, it just don't sit right with me. I think this is a either look at me kind of picture, or there's something else gonna happen to go along with it. I'm not sure exactly, because it's done led me to 3 different people so far that has stuff to do with it. But I'm gonna let you think about that, and hopefully I'll have a story out tomorrow for you. So this is Chris Palmer for the Palmer News Network signing off. Hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.